So I'm making this video because I really need to process this moment. And as always, when I make videos, at some estimation, it has something to do with the broader scope of society, which is the reason I decided to come out and have these videos. So anyways, my daughters are arguing this morning because evidently their mother said that they couldn't have, chips, because the chips that they want to have are for Sunday morning. Now, Grace just don't care. Grace is going to do what Grace wants to do. And that's something that we working on Grace for. But anyway, she comes out the house and she got 2 bags of chips. And at the end of the day, my oldest, Zoe, and my middle child, Riley, they are mad because she's not supposed to have the chips and the chips are for Sunday. And I said, ultimately, at the end of the day, y'all are mad because y'all want chips and she was bold enough, like it or not, to get the chips, and y'all want to eat the chips. And it was just, that's not the point, that's not the point. And I was like, it is the point, because why does it matter so much to you to where you're trying to control somebody else and what they're doing? If you wanted chips, then you should have been bold enough to go and get chips like she did. And it was just like, no, it's just the fact that, mommy said they were for Sunday. So then in my mind, I'm reasoning, and I said it out loud to them. I'm like, oh, so it still proves my point. You all are mad that you think that you're not going to have chips on Sunday because Grace is eating them now. Long story short, that caused me to think about society as a whole and why we operate with a scarcity mindset. We think that because somebody eats something out of turn, that it destroys the opportunity for us, whether that's immediate or whether that's in the future. And this is the reason why we have, somebody called me on the last second of that video. But anyways, this is the reason why we have the problems that we have in the world. It's multifaceted, it's complex. It's not the end-all, be-all reason, but at the end of the day, say for instance, with the whole immigration thing and ICE and everything like that, there is a segment of people that, they want these people gone because they can be used as far as, voting for politicians. They, can be used as far as, taking advantage of benefits of citizens versus, people that aren't citizens. It's a whole lot of stuff. When you operate with a scarcity mindset, it really starts arguments that don't need to be started. And I think about the gospel and how the Lord tells us to give, love our enemies, pray for those that despitefully use us, and all this other stuff. It's just funny to me that we believe in a gospel that we don't really contextualize right. I mean, God, the whole reason why he was able to come here, die for our sins, and be provisional for us, I mean, the Bible literally said when he was rich, he became poor for our sakes. And it's not talking about like monetary, but it's talking about rich in mercy, rich in grace, rich in the things that aren't intangible. I mean, this guy multiplied 5 loaves and 2 fish. We serve a God that multiplied what wasn't enough. And oftentimes we as Christians, we engage society like we don't have a God that multiplies stuff. We're reluctant to give to someone in need because we think that it's all we got, which points out the idolatry of things. Claim to be Christian but have the lust of the flesh, the lust of the pride, the lust of the pride, lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. We operate on this scarcity mindset when we serve a God that literally created everything out of nothing. But we want to make everything our idol. It's crazy. So I just wanted to talk because oftentimes when I engage my kids really shine a light on humanity in its most authentic, purest form. I think a lot of us forget that we were kids, and we think that because we grow and we turn 40 and all these other things that we're any different than what we are. Those things are just a cover-up to who we are at the core. And who we are at the core is just some flawed humanity that's, growing. Called the children of God because we don't know everything. But, becoming smart, getting careers, making a lot of money, often mask from the fact that we are kids. We're kids living amongst kids that are just older in a society that's, you know, often far from God. So, I don't know. For me, life speaks to me, and it should speak to everybody. Just take time to listen, and you'll learn a lot, and be reflective of a lot. So, me engaging my kids is always on multiple different levels, and it gives me multiple different messages that I come out here and share sometimes. But hopefully what I said makes sense and something can be get from it. But yeah, that's the video for today. That's what I needed to process, and I'm happy to do it. So happy Friday, y'all. Hope you have a good day on the way to a good weekend.